Hey guys, and welcome back to this July 4th edition of Building the Quakertown in Southern. This is part 8. Again, apologies for the part 6, episode 7 thumbnail on episode 8. I didn't notice that until I went to edit this episode, so I do apologize for that, but this is episode 9. That was episode 8, and that was part 7. This is part 8. But that also means we are one episode away from the second route tour. Now you might be thinking, wait, not a whole lot has changed in 5 episodes. Well, I've been going back and looking through some of the episodes. I would actually say a fair bit's changed. And what I'm planning on doing for route tour V2 is I'm going to be having some updates that you're not going to see in this video. So you see right now we're down in the Lansdale area working on some of the roads. But I'm going to have some updates that, won't be seen until the route tour. I'm going to be working on trying to do a actual kind of as the Quakertown in Southern will be kind of a run this time, rather than like last time I had a as it was or as it starts. And this is going to be kind of as it should, like as it should be almost. Imagine the Quakertown Southern has been around for a couple years. They're established now, and that's kind of the vibe that I'm going to be going for the next route tour. But with that being said, we need more scenery in order for it to make that worthwhile, and we're currently working on the roadway system in Lansdale. One thing I'm running into is Lansdale in the game, and using GEM data or SRT data or whatever it's called. I can actually look that up real quick. Digital elevation data, with the SRTM folder and everything. Lansdale's not as flat as I remember it being when I was a kid. So I'm trying to work around that a little bit and get things just right. And it's one of those things where maybe in person it looks flat, but it really isn't. So Lansdale's going to be a little bit trickier to work on than Quakertown will be. It's also, since it's kind of a mini city almost, that's going to be kind of fun to work on. It's going to kind of create questions of, how far do I make the scenery go? How far back? I'm hoping to do it a fair bit. But beyond that, I'm not too sure how I'm going to work it. Kind of like, how far do I go with the Doylestown line and the line between Lansdale and Philly? It's like, in theory I could go all the way to Philly, but in theory I really shouldn't, because that's not the focus of the line. So it's just little things to work out there. Luckily the built up part of Lansdale is mainly around the station. It doesn't extend much beyond it. So I'm gonna do the best I can, but again, this is Train Simulator, so we have to make some concessions to kind of deal with the fact that this is not the be all and end all of train sims, and doesn't have really much provisioning for super custom assets, unless I would have made them myself, but then this wouldn't be workshop compatible, so I'm trying to keep it workshop compatible for you guys. One thing I am noticing is you're going to see that road and parking lot. Supposedly that's supposed to dip down more than it is, and I'm going to be trying to figure out how to do that in the next few episodes. Just like it's one of those things where the buildings are sitting lower than I feel they should be, but again, I need to work out how this is all going to work. Lansdale's are really funky, so I'm just trying to get the best I can, and I hope you guys understand that. But you may notice I'm kind of getting back into the groove of doing updates. I do apologize that this episode is a day after my regular upload schedule. My family does July 4th stuff on the weekend, and we usually use the July 4th itself or the Monday to relax. So that's why this episode is kind of coming out now. I did all the family stuff yesterday, and now this episode can be put out today. So I hope you guys enjoy that. If you are enjoying July 4th festivities, be safe out there. Again, fireworks can be dangerous if mishandled. So just keep that in mind and play it safe. Play it, don't be silly, don't be stupid. That sort of deal. Kind of like with train tracks. More and more, I keep seeing people next to train tracks when there are trains coming by, and it's becoming a real problem. Case in point, I know many of you have been excited that the Reading and Northern is doing the Rambles again, but with them doing the Rambles again, there's a lot of people involved there, and if you're crowding the tracks, there's a chance that you could get hurt and ruin the experience for other people. So just be safe, and be safe with the fireworks today. Don't be stupid. That's all I ask. But case in point, you see we're still kind of working on the sidewalks and the road system. One thing I really don't know how I'm going to be able to do is the really half-moon shaped building here, as you can see right there in the background. I don't know how I'm going to make that yet. Train Sim's not exactly known for its half-moon shaped buildings. So that's going to be an interesting project. And just all the shops and everything, and getting everything at the right level that it should be at is going to be a hard time, and it's going to take time. So for that reason, I don't envision the route tour coming out next week. Maybe the week after if I'm lucky, depending on how much I'm able to work some of this out. But more than likely, we're going to be talking the week of the 24th. We're probably going to be looking at a July 24th release for the Route Tour V2. And then we're going to be kind of getting into the part 3 of things, of the Quakertown and Southern. And for Route Tour V3, I can imagine some of the history coming out of the Quakertown Southern, what the Quakertown Southern is kind of supposed to be like, and kind of how I envision it forming, and going from there. Again, this route is a real route in real life. It's just run by the Pennsylvania Northeastern and the East Penn Railways. It's not run as one continuous route. So this is kind of my envisioning of if it was. Also, it's my envisioning of how passenger service could return between Quakertown and Lansdale. I know there's been a lot of hoopla about SEPTA releasing that map from Philly to Allentown or Philly to Bethlehem. And yes, SEPTA does still own the right-of-way. They are the primary owner of the right-of-way. However, a lot of people are forgetting that between Quakertown and Bethlehem, the tracks aren't there anymore. For part of it, it's a bike trail, and then part of it, you can see where the embankment is, but it's just not there. And to bring all that track back, to bring electrification back, because SEPTA would, in theory, have to do that unless they're buying Siemens chargers, which they could. I'm not going to say they couldn't. It's a lot of money that I don't think a lot of people are realizing just how much money it would be. Whereas if we were to just do an attainable goal of bringing Quakertown back into the fold, bringing all the communities between Quakertown and Lansdale back into the fold, that may be at least doable. It may make more financial sense. So would it be nice if SEPTA brought passenger service back all the way to Allentown? Of course it would. I'm not going to say it wouldn't. But what this route is supposed to represent is what I think would be logistically possible. And kind of bringing back some of the tourist aspects of the old Quakertown and Eastern, I think may help drive some of that. And I'll talk more about that vision in Route Tour V3. I happen to have like a 52-page document on this vision, so I may be sharing some of that with you guys. But that's for another day. I hope you enjoyed seeing some of this route update. Just know I am working on the Lansdale area. I know the Lansdale area has been a little devoid of scenery, but hopefully the next time you see it, it's a little more fleshed out and a little more the way it should be. And just keep an eye on the route page. Chances are the route page gets the update before the video does. So just keep an eye there, and keep in mind all these updates are live. and available right now on the route page, link down below. Train Simulator Classic, also linked down below. That's one thing we got to keep in mind. It's now Train Simulator Classic. It's no longer Train Simulator 2022. And yeah, all the links in the description. If you liked what you see, like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to check the route out. I know it's a lot of requirements, but hey, if you have them, don't be afraid to check it out. I hope you enjoyed. Any feedback is always welcome, and I hope you guys have a safe and happy 4th of July. Be safe, guys.